we are about to start.
Okay.
To welcome all to our STEM Girls Virtual Space Talkshow with our episode 46.
Okay.
And well, to formally start with our talk show, I will start reading this introduction that you can see in the presentation. So, women, as we know, are no less than any men in any field. Over time, we have seen several examples of women excelling in various STEM fields and serving the society for the larger cause. We at the STEM Girls Initiative aims to groom girls with the same kind of inspiration and strive hard to excel in STEM fields and do their best. This talk show is the platform for the women in STEM to talk to the girls aspiring to excel in it. We are sure that after hearing from our guests, all the audience will be inspired to reach the stars. During this talk show, we will be conversing with a woman in the field of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. A woman who has made her mark and now graciously taking the time to tell us about her journey and share with us her wisdom. So, Madam, as you are ready, we are going to start by reading your introduction. Dr. Hyoma Ogochukwu Anore, is that way?
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
pronounced?
Dr. Chioma Ogochukwu Anore.
Oh, perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Dr. Hyoma is a strong and passionate woman. She has been performing excellently well in her field and career path, an advocate of women and girls aspirants of STEM. She holds a BSc in zoology and master's in medical parasitology and entomology, as well as a PhD in public health parasitology from the prestigious Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Auca. She works as a television presenter with Change TV. She also works as medical representative for Supreme Pharmaceuticals Company Lagos. She covered Southeast region and got award as the most outstanding pharmaceutical representative. Currently, she is a lecturer in the Department of Biology, Alex Ekweme Federal University, and Ndufu Alike Ikwu, Ebonyi State, Nigeria. She is a researcher and a publisher of journals, both international and local journals in her field and in her area of specialization. She is also a member of Parasitology and Public Health Society of Nigeria, Zoological Society of Nigeria, Foundation of African Development International Biotechnology, Organization of Women in Science in Developing Countries. So, thank you so much, Madam, for joining us today. We are very happy and glad to have you here.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. God bless you.
Thank you so much. So, before we start, I don't know if you will want to present yourself to the audience.
Okay. Okay. Want me to do a little bit of presentation of myself to people as well, apart from the one you just did? Did you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. I remain the same person you just presented. My name is Dr. Chioma. I am a woman who studied zoology in her first degree. In my second degree, I studied medical parasitology and entomology because of my love for parasites. And then I went for my PhD to do public health parasitology because I now want to let the public know about these parasites that are ravaging our environment and how we can eradicate them, okay? Well, for my work experience, I have worked in so many places. I've worked as a TV presenter with Chain TV. I've worked as a pharmaceutical rep in a pharmaceutical company. I've also worked in the Ministry of Agriculture, okay, as an environmental conservative, okay. And then I now found myself again in the university where I'm doing what I'm called to do, to impact into lives, to lecture, to do research and find solutions to some of our problem. And also, I'm an advocate of young girls embracing science. So this day in my country, seeing that I'm an advocate, they made me the chapter president of OWSD, that's Organization of Women in Science for the Developing World in my university. So I've been championing that cause, okay, and a lot of girls have been, having that urge to embrace science. And a lot of them who embrace the science through me, they are doing outstandingly well right now. And I also belong to other organizations, which PPSN, Public Health, Parasitology and Public Health Society of Nigeria, where I'm a strong member. I'm also a member of the Zoological Society of Nigeria. On Facebook, I have groups that I'm an admin, okay, public speakers domain group. I form the group where I teach young men, young women, adults have to have confidence in themselves to speak in public or do whatever it is that they want to do that is in line with the will God has prepared for them. And also I have kitty cats and a public speaking group for kids, trying to rear kids from the onset, to embrace confidence in themselves. That is it for now.
Thank you so much, Madam. So I will start with the first question. And the first question says, what is your field of study and what got you interested in it? Who has inspired you to become who you are today? Do you want me to repeat the question?
This network is unstable. I didn't get our question. What did he say?
What is your field of study
Yeah,
and what got you interested?
Repeat the question.
What is your field of study and what got you interested in?
Okay, okay, like as I said before, my field of study is public health parasitology. I embraced science as a little girl because I love analyzing things. I love arranging stuff. I love building stuff. I love fighting. What I feel that is not good, I love making sure that that is not there again. So when I got into the university, I wanted to study medicine. But, with our Nigerian setting, I couldn't get the medicine because there was court clash, okay? The court clash made my parents change university for me. So I now find myself into zoology. I now started studying zoology. At the first time I didn't like zoology, but I embraced zoology when I understood that zoology was and is a paramedical course. So inside the zoology, because I have passion for attending to humans, okay? I have passion for making sure that the environment is good. I now checked inside the zoology, there is medical parasitology, there is parasitology, and I embraced parasitology. So towards my final year in the university, I was doing parasitology and entomology. So when I finished as a student and I made the best student in my department, I felt, oh, I think I should go further with my master's because I wanted to teach. I've always wanted to teach. And so in my master's, I now decided to do medical entomology and parasitology because these two courses, they are dealing with parasites that are of medical importance to man, okay? That is it. So it was that passion to take care of the environment, to make sure these parasites are eradicated from the environment that made me go into the course I studied today.
Thank you so much, Madam. That sounds very interesting. Thank you so much for sharing that information with us.
Okay.
And now, what is important to say is if you can tell us the difficult situations or challenges that you have to overcome in pursuing a career in STEM as a woman, particularly in your field?
I didn't get that one. What did he say?
Ah, the second question is, tell us the difficult situations and challenges that you have overcome in pursuing a career in STEM as a STEM woman, particularly in your field of work.
Okay, for me, the course of study I studied is a course that I feel every young girl should go into. Parasitology and public health, or public health parasitology, or parasitology itself, is one course that people don't know its advantage. When you study parasitology, there are 1,001 places you can work. Okay, when I finished from the university, I worked as a medical rep. And as a medical rep, I work as a medical rep without studying pharmacy, but I am a biological student, okay? So public health and that parasitology is a biological science course, okay? So if you're a biological science student, you will do very well studying public health parasitology. You can be absorbed in NGOs, you can be absorbed in United Nations, you can be absorbed in World Health, you can be absorbed in pharmaceutical companies, you can be absorbed in so many health, sections of any country of the world, okay? Even where you can make policies that has to do with our health issues, one can be absorbed there as well. But is what I am doing right now as a public health parasitologist is to tell the young girls, I'm using my social media handles to tell them how important it is with these STEM activities that they can study public health parasitology as well. Even if they're not going for public health parasitology, they can go for parasitology, or they can go for entomology. They are all beautiful courses, and those who studied it, they will do outstandingly well. The woman who made me, who acted as a role model, who has always been my role model, that made me go into public health parasitology is Professor Ika Breed. This Professor Ika Breed, we call her Mama Parasitology. So she brought parasitology to Nigeria. Today, she's the president of Academy of Science, okay, in Nigeria, as I'm talking to you right now. So, she is a woman. Looking at what she has done, and then I look around me, I have a lot of women who have also studied public health parasitology. Sometimes when I go for conferences, I see a lot of women. So I try to drag the young girls as well to join. And the girls who have, joined parasitology, they are so happy that they did so. I'm trying to see if I can remove this from, can you please, before I start sharing my PowerPoint, can you please remove this, my biography, so that I can look at your questions again, because I say, so that I can look at your questions, because your questions, sometimes I'm not getting your questions very well, because I don't know, maybe because of our network, I'm not hearing you properly, but can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Okay, so you asked me, tell us the difficult challenges and situations I was able to overcome, okay, in my field of work. Oh my God, if I tell you there were no challenges, I'm a liar, okay? I saw a lot of challenges as a public health parasitologist. I saw a lot of challenges as a medical parasitologist and entomologist. I saw a lot of challenges as a zoologist. And what is one of those challenges I saw? We are in Nigeria, and in Nigeria here, we are not taught the practice of collaboration, okay? You have to collaborate a lot with people. So it took me diving into the social media, okay? And I began to connect with a lot of people. I networked a lot for me to be able to connect and help me. And then I was able to overcome the challenges of not being able to get materials I was supposed to use for my courses. But, networking with people, coming in contact with people was able to help me overcome this challenge. And this is what I'm telling every young girl who is into science right now, that they should learn to do what? Network. Networking will help you, know how you are aligning what you're doing in your science area. Are you there?
Yes. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Madam. Sorry if I turned off my camera. I'm having issues with my network.
Okay, okay.
But thank you so much for sharing that with us. We really appreciate it. And another question related to the challenges that you have is, which social problems do you think is the most urgent to be solved when we talk about girls in STEM?
Yeah. Okay, what you said, which social problem do you think, that's what you asked, the
Yes.
social problem that I think is most urgent to be solved when we talk about girls in STEM? Okay,
Yes.
I love STEM girls activities so much. It gives me so much joy when I see any STEM girls activities anywhere, or any NGO that starts up STEM girls activities. My child was asking me the other day, because she is an art student. She asked me, "Mommy, what is STEM?" And I said, STEM is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Okay, and I told her, you are not a STEM student, you are an art student, because she was scared of mathematics and she ran away from it. So one of the social problems that I think we need to solve is, I think we need to start from the time the girl child is in her kindergarten level to inculcate STEM subjects into them. Okay, we need to start at that particular age, that the toddler age. We can science form, technological form, mathematics form. Instead of reading 1 to 3 for them theoretically, we can build 1 to 3, okay, with woods. We can build 1 to 3 with cardboard sheets. The child will see the 1 to 3, 1 as he or she is looking at the numbers. Okay, it will make that child to love the mathematics. If you want to teach a child multiplication, you make it practical. So I think one of the problems that we need to solve in these STEM activities for the girl child is to be practical with our STEM activities. Let us bring it down so in a way that they can understand it, because of not bringing it down, it scares them away. It scares them away a lot. So it's only few who have that confidence that embrace STEM courses.
Thank you so much, Madam. Now we are about to start with the questions related to your field. And first, what are the main components in medical parasitology, and are skills required to being a parasitologist?
Okay. The main components of medical parasitology is studying, before I talk about medical parasitology, let me talk about parasitology itself. Parasitology is the study of parasites, okay? The parasites within our environment, the parasites affecting man, the parasites affecting our environment, and the parasites affecting animals, okay? And then medical parasitology is an aspect of parasitology. So the components of medical parasitology is knowing the host parasites, the host that it attacks, the physiology of the parasites, their mode of transmission, okay? And then the way they can be, eradicated from the environment. These are the components of parasitology. Medical parasitology. If you don't understand what medical parasitology is, what the parasites are, if you don't understand what the parasites that you want to take care of is, chemistry, the physiology, okay, the ecology of the parasites, the way they exist in the environment, eradicating them will not be easy. But once these components are known, eradication of those parasites in our environment becomes very easy. Then for the skills, he said, are there skills required to being a parasitologist? One of the skills that we need to be a parasitologist is to make sure that we have the rudiments of parasitological technological ideas. Okay, you must work in the lab. You don't just start taking care of parasites within the environment. You must know the diagnostic methods, how you can diagnose this parasites, okay? You must know, when you know the diagnosis help you to know the symptoms of this, you have to experience if you have this parasites within your body, okay? So you knowing them, you knowing that is a skill. So that those laboratory skills must be acquired by a parasitologist. Knowing the features of a parasite is very important. I want to use a parasite, for instance, let's say a nematode worm. There are many types of nematode worms in the environment, okay? So, and these nematode worms, most of their diagnostics techniques is observing these eggs in the fecal sample. So if you don't know the characteristics of each of the nematode worm, observing them and identifying them will be very difficult. So as a parasitologist, we must acquire the skill of knowing the features of this parasites. It's very important. Thank you.
Thank you. Your field is very interesting. I think that is one of the most important related to science and medical things. So thank you so much for sharing it with us, your wisdom. I think that there will be a lot of STEM girls interested in participating in different activities relating to your field. So thank you so much for that, madam. And the next question
Thank you
is,
very much.
when you were a student, did you feel any peer pressure, especially because you're a woman? What advice would you give to young girls to overcome this obstacle and standing barriers?
Okay. Oh, I love that question very much. Okay. When I was a student, did I feel any pressure? Wow. Sure. No, the girl child, I want to start from when I was a child. The girl child has always, felt pressure. The pressure starts from the home, okay? So for me, I came from a family that understands what education is. So I would say, giving me an education, they didn't give me pressure there. But where I had my pressure was, most of the chores in the house were left for me. So, and I am this girl that wanted to make sure I did well in all my subjects. So reading was very difficult for me because I have to balance my reading and me taking care of the chores in the house. Sometimes as a child, I cried because the chores were too much. And it made me, at a point, you see me, when my parents are sleeping, I had to be awake to read till late in the night, okay? And now you still see me waking up around 4 a.m. in the morning to attend to everybody in the house again. But that didn't deter my vision. That didn't deter my focus. I knew I wanted to be more than what I was at that moment. So I kept working hard. I didn't allow the pressures of the chores in the house to stop me from getting, to my goal. Then in the university as a student, okay, for a girl, let me talk about secondary school. For a secondary school girl who was in science, and it was very difficult for me to, ask my physics teacher a question when I was in school. because I couldn't ask him question, I found physics then very difficult. Okay. That's why as a lecturer right now, I tell my students, make sure you love me. Make sure even if you don't like my face, even if you don't like what I do, please love me just because you want to pass your course. Because once you just have a little bit of that spirit of, I don't like this person that is teaching me, you will find it very difficult to, scale through in that particular course, because the teacher or the lecturer you love will make you always carry that course to study. And meanwhile, you know that some lecturers or teachers don't have that teaching skill. They don't have the ability to check if their students are being carried along. All some teachers or lecturers do is to come into the class and just teach and go away. So I felt that pressure as a student or as a physics student in the school. So it made me, I had to write my physics the second time, okay, for me to scale through with that physics subject. Then in the university, studying zoology. Zoology was a course that everyone, in fact, it was a course that was relegated to the ground. I wanted to study medicine. And because of cult clash that happened in the university where I applied, my parents said, no, we can't take you to that school. You want to go to a place where you will die. So I didn't go to that school again. I felt downcast within me because I felt like the course I wanted to study, they are taking me away from studying that course. But I know they were trying to save my life. And I had to go to another university. And because that university was not doing medicine at that particular moment, I applied for medical lab and they gave me zoology. I felt bad because when my dad came back home with that course, I asked him, what course? It sounded in my ear, geology. And when I said, wow, geology, he said, no, I didn't say geology, I said zoology. And everybody in my house laughed. It pained me so much that they laughed. It pained me because I ran to the dictionary, Oxford Dictionary, and I picked up the dictionary and checked the meaning of zoology, and I found out that it was the study of animals. And I said, wow, how can I just study the study of animals? Because I was just having that definition as a layman, okay? And, and it made, in fact, let me just tell you something. The pressure started from the home because my parents were not proud of the course I was studying at the moment. They didn't like that course. And I was going to school with my sister. My sister was giving industrial microbiology. So whenever guests come to my house, they were quick to say, oh, she's studying industrial microbiology. And then when they come to me, they'll just say, she's studying, I'll just tell them and say zoology, and I'll walk into the room. So for first year, I never liked my course. I felt I was reading a bad course, okay, because I have not gotten true understanding of my course. Then when I got the second year, I wanted to leave the course and go into medical lab. I started doing two courses the same time. I was doing zoology and I was also doing parasitology and medical lab at the same time because I felt I had 2.5 and above for me to go over to that course until a lecturer victimized me. He told me something. When I have applied for the course of change of course form, and then I said, sir, they have already released me from my department. I'm supposed to be accepted in your department, sir. And then he told me I should come to his house. I was like, what? Come to your house? Come to your house and do what? Do they change courses in your house? And he now asked me, are you a little girl? And I cried out my life. I went back to my hostel and cried. And as I was crying, I slept off. And that was the day I made a decision with God to study my course. So there are pressures, but I was able to overcome them.
Thank you so much. And congratulations for all the success that you have had after that pressure. We really appreciate that you share that with us because I think that there is no better advice than the one which comes from someone's experience. So thank you so much again, Madam.
Thank you. Okay, so the advice I would give to young girls is this: believe in yourself. Number one is believe God. Okay, Number two is believe in yourself. You see, before we were created, God knows what we're going to be. He understands the vision he has set for each and every one of us. I know that we all have beautiful destinies, but if you don't align your destiny, young girls, with that of God, you're just making a mistake. There is no sweet destiny. If God should show you the road to your destiny, you will say, I don't want to go to my destiny. So circumstances will bring up obstacles. Obstacles will come, barriers will come your way, okay? But don't succumb. Don't let them bring you down. Don't feel bad about them. They are building you up. They are making you strong. All what I passed through to get to where I am today, they have all built me up. So I can tell someone this is what you need to do. So if what I did was for me, that man made me, I didn't study medical law, but he didn't stop my career from moving forward. I promised myself I was going to be the best in zoology, and I became the best. Okay, I was the best student, and it gave me so much joy. And I know that he's still seeing me anywhere he is right now on social media or any part of the world, okay? So please don't make any obstacles or barriers you see young girls make you back out. Do not back out. Keep surging forward. Keep pushing. Keep pressing. You must surely get to that point that God has said you're supposed to get to. And then everybody out there is not bad. There are good mentors. Look out for them. It's quite painful that in our generation right now, we have a lot of young girls who are not really looking inwards or even about their destiny or what God has called them to be, okay? There are people who are doing very well in your field. Look out for them. They are everywhere on LinkedIn. They are everywhere on Twitter. They are everywhere on Facebook. Look for them. There are so many support groups out there that can help our young girls, achieve their dreams.
Thank you so much again. And now that you have told us an advice, how do you think we can increase girls, young women participation in STEM? And is there any scholarship or other opportunity for girls and women who are pursuing a career in STEM?
Okay. I love STEM activities because it's an eye opener to young girls out there. Although a lot of young girls do not still know about what STEM activity is. I am happy I studied science. Studying the science have made me, in fact, I use every platform I'm in to encourage young girls and young women to participate in science. I use my career, that's my university environment, to even the time I give lectures, I don't know. I don't just go to class and teach and walk away. I try to encourage young girls to participate in STEM activities, and it will help them so much, okay? As a university lecturer, I was able to get a grant in the university from TED Fund when I was doing my research. And apart from TED Fund, that's the one that is given by my Nigerian government, there are other scholarships out there on the internet that young girls and women can use to pursue their career in STEM. Starting from the secondary school level, I mean high school level, there are a lot of scholarships out there. But these scholarships are not gotten on a platter of gold. You have to work hard. It goes to those who are working very hard. So I'm advising the young girls from time to time using my social media handle. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on what's it called? Instagram. I use those pages to encourage them. Then for those who cannot be on social media, like I'm living in Ebonyi State right now, Abakaliki in Ebonyi State. Okay, that's where I stay. So I am using the platform of OWSD, Organization of Women in Science, okay, for the developing world, to encourage young girls and women to participate more in STEM activities. So we go around schools to inculcate girls into STEM activities. We have done a lot of programs, and then another thing we do is we try to encourage the girls that are in STEM subjects. We try to get the names of students who performed very well in courses in subjects like physics, chemistry, biology, mathematics, okay, and then we give them prizes. Those prizes are a way to encourage other ones to embrace science courses and then science, technology, and engineering and mathematics, and to come up, okay, like other ones who are already inside it.
Thank you so much. Now, the next question is, what job career opportunities are there for girls who are inspiring or want to study zoology sciences and medical parasitology?
Yeah, there are 1,001 of them. I'm telling you the truth. I usually tell people that courses, there are so many courses, there are so many opportunities for people that are studying zoology, okay? There are so many of them. There are so many opportunities for those studying, medical parasitology, but most people don't know. So I usually tell, like for my university now, I tell them to try to advertise our courses very well. Advertising these courses very well will help the young chaps trying to apply for these courses to know what to do. I'm telling you the truth. As a zoologist, you can work, when we call zoologists, a lot of people think about zoo. That's the first thing that comes to their mind. There are so many aspects of zoology. Zoology is the study of animals, both higher and lower animals, and we are the higher animals. We are part of them, okay? The highest of it all. Then we have the lower animals, the invertebrates, okay? Inside the same, then for you to divide it, you call it coded zoology, and then you call the other one invertebrates zoology. There is also wildlife conservation, there is mammalogy, there is animal behavior. You understand me? So sometimes you see people that are not geoscientists, people who are always in the wild, taking care of those animals you see in those Arctic African forests. Somebody studied a course in zoology so as to be there to take care of those lions, take care of those elephants, and take care of those hippo that you're seeing all out there. So as a zoologist, you can work in a pharmaceutical company. You can work in the hospital. You can work in the hospital, and let me say, in the parasitology unit, you can work there. Okay, you can work in the pathology unit because you studied histology. Okay, a zoologist can study in a pathology unit. A zoologist can work as a medical rep. I mentioned it there in my biography that I was once a medical rep. When Supreme Pharmaceutical Company employed me, they employed me as a zoologist. And I remember my madam then doing interview with me, and she said, "You study zoology. How do you think you can come here and outperform those who studied pharmacy?" And I told her, "Ma, zoology is a bioscience course. And because it's a bioscience course, and I know that most of the things that have been used to produce the drugs that you are marketing in your company is bio components of biology. So I think I would do very well there. All you need to do is to tell me what these drugs do in the human body." And because I've already studied zoology, I've studied about the human composition, the human anatomy. So I don't need to be scared to talk about the clinical composition of those particular drugs and what they do in human body. And before they know what was happening, I took up that job and I started repping for the company. I was the highest rep in the whole world. I'm not talking about just Nigeria. The company had to come down to Nigeria because my company was marketing a lot of drugs at that point. So one of the companies it was marketing for was Dada. So that Dalal had to come down to Nigeria to see this lady that was marketing their drugs in the whole world. So it was a thing of joy to see a zoologist, someone who they thought is going to be tending to only animals, now doing what pharmacists were supposed to do. So it is not only in the zoo that zoologists work in. Zoologists can work in any biomedical center, okay? Zoologists can work in the hospital, in the laboratory unit, in the research institute. They can all work there. They can work in agricultural section, okay, of any institute as well. So there are lots of opportunities for zoology students, and also there are lots of opportunities for medical parasitologists. In fact, let me tell you right now, medical doctors, after studying medicine, a lot of them study medical parasitology. Why are they doing that? To expose them to public health parasitology, to expose them to the way these parasites work. Okay, so there are lots of job opportunities and career opportunities that are waiting for girls aspiring to study zoology or medical parasitology.
Thank you so much, Madam. Now, the next question is more about you as a STEM woman. What would you consider to be your greatest achievement?
Oh, thank you very, very much. You said, what would you consider to be your greatest achievement as a STEM woman? My greatest achievement as a STEM woman is having the ability to be a health advocate, okay? I know as a STEM woman, even before I started working, that I've been a health instructor. I've been using the platform of as in STEM activities to teach young people and adults how to take care of their health. The first one I started with was with hand washing. I started with going to schools to teach children how to wash their hands. And doing that, I found out that we talk about washing hands, but a lot of people are not doing that at all. A lot of parents are not teaching their kids how to wash their hands. So me teaching those children how to wash their hands, and I see them practice that, it gave me so much joy. And also making sure that I drop the things that they need to wash their hands properly. Sometimes I make sure I drop tablets of soap, wash hand bowls, okay, towels, and then also using that platform to talk about neglected tropical diseases that are dealing with the developing countries, okay? So that is what one of the greatest achievements I have as a STEM woman. And because of this, recently, I was made a coordinator, a state coordinator for female genital schistosomiasis in Ebonyi State recently, because they've seen how I've been advocating that NTD should come to an end, and also how I've been advocating that parasites should stop ravaging us by we putting up good practices. So they decided to put that up. They gave me that work to do in this state I'm in right now. So that is one of my greatest achievements. I'm able to do that health, create that health awareness as a STEM woman, okay, about the parasites in our environment.
Thank you so much. Now, the last question is, Nigeria is currently facing insecurity globally. What is your contribution to solving this problem with your field, or what do you think is a possible solution?
Oh, my country is a beautiful country. I love Nigeria so much, and I usually tell people that in my next world, I will still come from Nigeria. Despite the challenges of insecurity that we are facing right now, I know it's going to pass. I know that it's going to come to an end one day. It will not stay there forever. I'm a public health parasitologist, and I belong to the Parasitology and Public Health Society of Nigeria. In that society, we are Nigerians. In that society, we are not doing we are not trying to tell ourselves, you are from the East, you are from the West, you are from the North, we are from the South. We only have one aim. And what is that one aim? How to eradicate parasites from Nigeria. And if we have that mindset as parasitologists, that mindset is in me as well as a Nigerian. I will continue to preach that message of let's eradicate parasites from Nigeria to make Nigerians know that we are one. For our insecurity, it is the current thing we are facing right now. And I know that we are going to go back to grassroots and know the root cause of it. And at the end, it will go away. That is it for now. That's what I can say. I will keep using the platform of PPSN, the platform of Female Genital Society of Nigeria, the platform of STEM Girls Activities, OWSD, to continue to preach that we need a Nigeria where there is insecurity, because if there is insecurity, we will carry STEM activities across Nigeria. If there is security, we will carry STEM activities across the 6 geopolitical regions of Nigeria. If there is security, okay, we will always gather together to celebrate ourselves as STEM girls and STEM women. That is it.
Thank you so much. Now, I think that there is one more question I forgot, and is, during your studies, what did you find inciting, or what inciting programs are they captions your interest to pursuing a career in STEM? If any, what is the impact of these practices towards preventing wildlife and forest product crime?
Okay. During my studies, what I found enticing, okay, that made me, embrace STEM study, as in STEM subjects, okay? No, let me not go there. Let me say, during my studies, I've already embraced them, but in the university, let me say with the course I studied, what made me embrace medical parasitology was looking into the course outline, the curriculum. Can you hold on? Get away from here, please. So the course outline of the course, okay, what the curriculum comprises of. And then I looked at the activities that the Parasitological Society of Nigeria, then that was what they were answering, what the activities they dish out each year. So it was so enticing. They always gave the young girls and the young boys the opportunity to come there and debate on STEM subjects. So it gave me so much joy. That was what enticed me. I am someone who likes being, confident in speaking. So then when I noticed that they were doing public speaking on that, platform, and they were also having debates for the young, STEM girls and, boys as well in that particular platform, it enticed me and I joined them because I needed a platform where my voice would be heard. Then for the impact of parasitology to preventing wildlife and forest product crime. Well, for parasitology, you have veterinary parasitology, you have molecular parasitology. But I've come to realize that a lot of people do not venture into veterinary parasitology. Just few people venture into it. We need more people to venture into veterinary parasitology so as to take care of the parasites that disturb our wildlife, okay, in our forests. There are a lot of parasites disturbing our wildlife, and which they are not even looking at. The main thing that they are looking at right now are the poachers, okay, the poaching crime. No one is talking about parasites ravaging those, animals, okay, in the wild. And how are they being taken care of? I don't think anyone is doing that for now, except, few people who are in that, field. But we need more veterinary parasitologists to come up so that we can, prevent our wildlife from going into extinction.
Thank you so much, Madam. Okay, thank you again. So, if someone have any questions, it's time for the questions. We can make one more from the audience. Is there any question? Okay, if there are no questions, I think it's part of the end of the talk show. Thank you so much again, Madam.
I have a PowerPoint I wanted to present so that I can talk about the STEM girl a little bit. Okay, I have a little PowerPoint I have here.
Oh yes, yes, no problem. It's just Tina. Are you there? I have to leave. But
Hi, Gabi. Yes, I am.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Yes, Madam.
All right.
Continue. But I have to leave. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to meet you. Bye.
I just prepared a little bit of, okay, so I prepared a little bit of PowerPoint, just to talk about who the girl child is, okay? Because we're dealing with STEM activities. And you can see that there, and the past taking my light. So you can see that there, I said that the girl child is a biological female offspring from the age, okay, 8 to 18 years old, okay? 8 to 18 years old. As long as she has not entered 19, she's a girl child. And she needs to be taken care of. She needs to be attended to. She needs to be guided. Okay, and investing in her is the right thing. We've come to realize that in this our part of the world, I don't know about other parts of the world, but at least right now I'm talking about Nigeria. What I have seen presently, most girls are entering university at the age of, let's say 16, 15. And when they enter into university, their parents leave them. They tend to care for them no more. They tend to attend to them no more. They believe that they have right to make decisions on their own. But at that particular time, that child is still a child. That girl is still a child. She has not grown. She's not an adult yet. So it is the role of the parents or the guardian to guide the girl child, okay? Show her the right way. Even when she wants to pick up a course of study, we have to make sure that we align her to the right course that will help her. For this, our present country, is not every course that a girl child studies now that is okay for her. There are courses, girl child will study in the university and come out, she will still be jobless, okay? So we advocate that the girl child be made to study a course in the university that will make her also receive skills that will make her to be outstanding as a woman. So the role of a girl child, the girl child goes to school, the girl child, helps with housework, she helps with factory, she helps with doing almost virtually everything in the house. That is what the girl child does, okay? Most times, the girl child takes care of the parents, and she also takes care of grandpa, that's the grannies that are kept in the house for the parents to take care of. She turns out to be the one taking care of them. She plays multiple roles, okay, in the household, society, and also the economy. So we need to really help our girl child, because I know I said something when I was talking. I told you one of the pressures I experienced as a girl was the chores were too much. And I was a girl that couldn't say no. No matter the chores you gave to me, I would do them. But at the end of the day, I would still go back to study because I wanted to make something out of my life. So a girl child must be sent to school. And that is one of the criteria of the SDG, Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations. She must be educated, okay? Because why must she be educated? Because the girl child manages our society. The girl child is a great manager for the home. The girl child needs to be educated to acquire knowledge and skills, okay? She needs to advance in her status for social interaction. A girl child you did not educate will make a mess of herself when she stands to talk in public, okay? She will become timid because interaction will become a problem. The girl child education will help her to face the real society. It will help her to be a good mother, a good wife. And then when she is educated, it will make her to realize her full potential. That's one thing education does for the girl child, okay? It will make her to break away from the shell of ignorance and then make her to also have self-discovery of who she is. So educating a girl child will help produce mothers who are educated and who will in turn also educate their children, care for their family, provide for their children, and also provide for children of other people out there. Okay, because I know right now, I, as a girl child that was trained, I have other children that I'm training that are not my children. Okay, I tried a lot to impact in them. So I gave bullets of the importance of training a girl child. It continued. They assist in building more stable communities. Forget about what social media is doing today, and a lot of, sometimes you see a lot of girls without character, misbehaving on the social media. I think it has to be with the problem of the homes. So when a home trains a girl child properly, she will assist in building a more stable community because a girl child understands the problem, okay? A girl child helps to promote, training a girl child will help to promote gender equality. You cannot say, oh, because she is a girl, she can't study medicine. Because she is a girl, she can't study computer science. I want to tell you what happened to me before I went into study, do my JAM. I remember the first course that came to my mind to study was computer science. And I made the third best student. I was the third best student for JAM. My dad told me that computer science is not meant for women. I felt bad. The day I went to Futo and I saw girls studying computer science, I cried for the whole day. Okay, so allowing a girl to study the course or every course out there will make them have, that equality with the male folk. Okay, they won't feel neglected. Okay, then it will also help the girls to make their own decisions. It will help the girl, training them will help to strengthen economies and then advance the fight to end poverty. When you train a girl child, poverty ends in homes. But any home where a girl child is not trained, even if the man is educated and the woman is not educated, poverty will still continue to happen in that particular environment. Okay? Then training a girl child will give positive change for future generations. Okay, because a properly trained girl child will make sure that she inculcates what she has learned into the generation to come. Today, we are all celebrating the first Supreme Court judge in the United States, that is Judge, I'm trying to remember her name, Judge Brown Jackson, okay? We are happy, everybody's clapping for her, but this was a part she started building as a girl child. So if we train a girl child, she can build her part in that form as well. She has the choice to opt, for a profession of her choice, okay? I know that sometimes, yes, she can make that choice, but with the proper guidance of her parents or her guidance. And then train a girl child will improve life and health. A girl child that is not properly trained will have, the environment kept untidy. Okay, she will give proper health to her family. She cook good meals without germs. She will make sure that the home is kept neat. But the one that is not properly inculcated with the training, you won't be happy to be around her. Then and another thing again is I try to talk about what the STEM, until we make the girl child understand what STEM is. We need to inculcate it into our primary school curriculum. When we inculcate it into our primary school curriculum, STEM activities as a subject, okay, it will make children, to have that love, to embrace it. The girl child will embrace it. We still have the boys dominating in the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics world. So I tried defining it. I said STEM is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. It's a broad term used to group together these academic disciplines. This term is typically used to address an education policy or curriculum choices in school. It has implications for workforce development, national security concerns, as a shortage of STEM educated citizens can reduce effectiveness in this area and immigration policy. You see, in my secondary school days, I know I was in JETS Club. Having clubs like this in school will help the girl child to embrace STEM subjects, okay? I know then in secondary school, I built a fan with batteries, okay? I built a fan with batteries. Some other of my fellow science students, they built other things. Those clubs that are science-oriented, clubs or technologically oriented clubs will help the girl child to do what? To, embrace the study of STEM subjects. So you have to start from the secondary school, from the primary school, let's say that's kindergarten stage. When the child is in the crèche, I think you should start there, building some stuff. If you build, you can build a microscope in a plastic form and give it to children. Children will look at it, like toy. From that, they wear the lab coats. Doing those things will make them, they say, oh, I want to embrace this course. In my children's school, there is what they call career day. So that career day, a lot of them try to showcase what they want to be in future, where they wear different types of STEM clothes, especially the girl child. You see them wearing medical doctor clothes, lab coat, they wear stethoscope to show that I want to be a doctor, I want to take care of sick people. You see those that want to be engineers wearing helmets on their head, okay, whatever engineer they want to be. So those activities will help to encourage the girl child. And then I now came to talk about some of the things, challenges that the girl child is seeing as they are studying the STEM subjects. We have the gender stereotypes where we think that, oh, only the boys have to study a particular course. We don't need to do that. Allow the girl. If she wants to study medicine, allow her. In my Nigerian setting here, I've come to realize that sometimes when a girl wants to study medicine, they will tell her there is no money. But when a boy wants to study medicine, they will sell a land to send him to school. So if they can do that for a boy child, they should also do that for a girl child. Sometimes parents even go to the extent of borrowing just to make sure that their boy child studies medicine, any of the technological courses, or even engineering. So they should also do the same thing for the girl child. And then we should stop this male-dominated culture where you see that the male child, the male will always think that, oh, this course is this because. Why did you study this course? Even when the women study that particular course, let's say they study medicine or engineering, you see them trying to, bring that gender thing there. Because I'm a man, I have to dominate. Because I'm the man, I have to be the head, of the organization. Because I'm the man, I have to be the one, doing the say. It's not supposed to be so. Then the girl child have few role models. Those of us who have studied STEM subjects or who are STEM women should come out en masse and become role models to these young girls. It will help our young girls to embrace these courses very well. I told you, Mama Parasitology of Nigeria made me to love parasitology, okay? Till tomorrow, I'm still rooting and advocating that I'm going to do outstanding things more than her. So that's when you have a role model. So we just have few of them. So more people should come out, more STEM women should come out to encourage the young girls. And then girls have mathematics anxiety. I told you that my young girl, she ran away from a science class to arts because she felt that mathematics is difficult, but I had to tell her that there is no place in the world you will not meet mathematics. You meet mathematics even in Igbo language, okay? So because if you're doing a research, mathematics must come in there when you're doing your analysis. You must have an analysis that has to do with evaluation, and then what you're running away from will still meet you there. So that mathematics anxiety has to, stop. The teachers who are handling mathematics should find a way to make mathematics very interesting. The same goes to other science courses. They have to make sure they teach biology, chemistry, physics, okay, any of these science courses in a way, introductory technology, in a way that these students will love coming to class, always, okay? And then I had to bring out a lot of courses that you have, a lot of career that one can embrace in STEM. You have the aerospace engineer, you have the agricultural engineer, you have the animal sciences, the astronauts, the astronomer, you have the automotive engineers. I do this when I go to schools. I try to, spill this out for the young girls so that they will know the ones they are choosing when they are going to the university. So we, telling the STEM girls about these STEM careers will make them begin to build their mind towards, the STEM subjects that they want to go into. Then another one is what discourages girls from embracing STEM? Okay, why is it that more girls do choose to pursue science career? It was noted that the gender gap in STEM subjects is already evident among the 15-year-old, okay, and the boys are more confident. Okay, so sometimes the girl child loves science, but sometimes poverty, lack of funds, tend to stop them from going into their career, their science courses. But what we have observed recently is that from that 15-year-old, they tend to do what? Move backwards. Then the boys tend to have more confidence to embrace the science courses, okay? So, and it now maybe because of the way the teachers who are handling those subjects in the school, are handling them, okay? So I think these are the things that we need to look into as an NGO that deals with STEM girls activity. I think from time to time, we should think of a way to go to schools and encourage those teachers who are teaching them. And they need to go on training from time to time. Going for trainings will give them new ideas on teaching a particular subject because the world is moving. So you teaching with absolute methods will not make you excel. Instead of you telling a girl about DNA with mouth, you can construct a DNA with wood. Tell a carpenter to construct DNA with the bases in it and the way the bonds are holding them. And the child would see it and say, wow, this is that DNA they are talking about. It will make the girl child to embrace any of the biological sciences and courses very well. So here I try to outline the women that have made us proud in the STEM world, okay? Women have made history in the history of science. We have women like Maria Curie, who was the first woman scientist that won the Nobel Prize in Physics and Chemistry. We also have, there are other women who have won Nobel Prizes in physics, chemistry, physiology, or even medicine. So when these girls are told about this, it will make them to embrace science, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics subjects very well. And then we need to expose these young girls from time to time. We need to encourage them to participate in special programs like this program you're doing right now is so interesting. Yesterday when I was talking with Martina, I told them that It will be very okay for you people to have your office in the 6 geopolitical zones of Nigeria. Like that, you will inculcate, this STEM activity into more girls, okay? So that your activities will keep reaching out to even those in the remote areas. And also exposing them will support learning opportunities in our communities, okay? We need to support learning opportunities in our communities, and then we need to serve as mentors, and then we need to take charge to educate them. Sometimes, I told you I'm a public speaking coach. I coach people from 8 to 10 every day in the night in my house here. Nobody pays me for that. When I see a young girl who is going through stress, my students, when I mark their scripts and I see that, they are finding it very difficult to, be confident in expressing themselves in writing, I reach out to that student, and then I will create a public speaking class for that student. And before you know what is happening, he or she will become exposed. So that is where I'm leaving it for now. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to share my little idea about STEM activities for the girl child.
Yeah, thank you very much, Ma. We've learned a lot from what you've shared so far. And we hope to see it pushing forward. Yeah, so is there any other question from the audience? Do you have anything to say? You have a question? Okay, in the absence of any question from the audience, we would love to call it a day. Also, Ma, we have a mentor.
Okay, can I stop share?
Yes, you can.
Can I stop the slide?
Yes, Ma. Yes, Ma.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back.
All right. We have a program still ongoing, so we'd love to have you as part of our STEM Women on a mentorship program. So we'll be sharing with you the WhatsApp link to join the group. Hello, can you hear me?
So they're not calling. Don't mind my son. He wants to know what I'm doing.
Okay, so we also have our t-shirts on stills. I think you might have come across our website, our store also. So we have t-shirts, customized t-shirts for STEM girls, being a STEM girl ambassador, volunteer, friend, and donor. So you can purchase any of them, as well as face cap and tote bag. So we look forward to hearing from you soon. Thank you everyone for joining on today's episode of the STEM Girls Initiative. See you same time. Bye.